One of the fair's most recognizable structures was the Unisphere. Moses wanted the fair to have a powerful symbol, one that would represent the fair's tagline of peace through understanding. It was believed that the symbol would celebrate the beginning of the space age. The circular globe measured 140 feet high and 120 feet in diameter. There were over 500 steel pieces that were shaped to represent the world's countries, and it sat upon a tripod base that was 20 feet tall.
When our family went to the fair, I was about 2 months shy of being 11 years old. And it was just, seeing just the whole experience was just, it was unbelievable. One of the things that sticks out in my mind the most is the actual Unisphere, because this thing was ginormous. It was 140 feet tall, which was basically as tall as a 12-story building. And in my hometown in Central California, there is still standing, was built in 1927, the medical dental building. And it was 12 stories tall. So I'd go back and tell my friends, this Unisphere, you've seen pictures of it. It's as tall as the medical dental building. And they wouldn't believe me, but it's true.
General Motors Corporation opted to have a building to highlight its vehicles. It was one of the fair's most eye-catching buildings, with a 110-foot tall, slanted canopy and shared several displays on its outer perimeter. It would house one of the fair's most popular exhibits known as Futurama. The exhibit was created by Norman Bell Geddes and offered each guest a futuristic view of what life would be like 20 years into the future. This was uniquely done with miniaturized 3D models of automated highways and life in the suburbs. Futurama hosted nearly 26 million people. It is believed that Futurama introduced Americans to the coming of expressways, the concept of a steady flow of traffic that would unite peaceful drivers.
General Motors had the most successful exhibit at the 1939-1940 New York World's Fair. It was called Futurama. They absolutely blew away the attendance records of everything else, so it set a really high bar for them to be at the 64 fair. Walt Disney actually had approached General Motors and said that, hey, I'd like to do a show for you. And General Motors came back and said, no, we've been working on one for about 2 years. Go down the road and talk to the folks at Ford. They had launched a very ambitious internal effort to do Futurama 2, which basically would take, the first one was where would we be in 50, 60 years? And then Futurama 2, again, where we'd be in another 50, 60 years for the predictions of transportation, and specifically how GM could fit into the revamping of society.